Eberstein and Witherite of 1-800-TRUCK-WRECK. And today we're going to be speaking with Jonathan Harris. He is a personal injury attorney, and he helps people that have been involved in car accidents and also 18-wheeler truck wrecks. How are you doing today, Jonathan?
I'm doing great, Lucy. How are you?
Great. Thank you for joining us.
Sure.
I wanted to see if you could tell the audience just a little bit more about your background as a personal injury attorney.
Sure. I'm a board-certified personal injury attorney here in Texas. I've tried more than 100 cases to verdict. Been a lawyer for 18 years. A lot of that time has been spent representing people who have been hurt in catastrophic accidents, 18-wheeler accidents, but I also spent a portion of my career working for the insurance companies who defend these type of accidents. So I have a little bit of a unique experience being on both sides of the docket.
Yeah, that definitely sounds unique, and it sounds like I guess the experience that you've had working both sides can help you help people that have been injured in these truck wrecks.
Yeah, it's proved to be valuable for our clients.
So let me ask you, I know the House Appropriations Committee has recently approved a measure that could lax some rules for the trucking industry, and I wanted to know if you could expand on that for us just a little bit and tell us, you know, the impacts of that bill.
Yeah, the bill that's proposed is actually to allow truck drivers to drive more hours in a week than the current regulations allow. I think the current regulations are that they can drive 70 hours in a week period, and the regulation that is proposed is to allow them to drive up to 82 hours in a week period. So, you know, obviously we don't think that that's a good idea.
Gotcha. And it sounds a bit scary, especially since we share the roads with 18-wheelers. If this bill was to be passed, what impacts could it have on the safety of other drivers?
I think it'll have a major impact. I think the recent studies has shown that about 100,000 people have been killed in 18-wheeler accidents since the legislation was originally enacted back in the 1980s. And a lot of those accidents, catastrophic 18-wheeler accidents, are because of driver fatigue. And I think it only stands to reason that if you're going to allow 18-wheeler drivers to drive more than the current regulations, fatigue is only going to become more of a factor in these accidents.
Wow, so basically fatigue being a really big impact on, or a really big reason why truck wrecks happen to begin with, and now they're basically expanding the hours that drivers can work, and could only create even more fatigue and thus more truck wreck accidents.
Yeah, that's certainly the concerns that we have about this proposed regulation changes.
So if somebody we know, or if we're involved in an accident that involves an 18-wheeler, how can we reach you, Jonathan?
Well, we have a lot of ways that injured people can get in touch with us. We have an 800 number. It's 1-800-TRUCK-WRECK. It's also easy to remember because we have the same website. It's 1-800-TRUCKWRECK.com. They can Google us at 1-800-TRUCK-WRECK, or they can just Google Eberstein and Witherite. They can find us that way. And finally, we have a Facebook presence as well. It's Eberstein and Witherite Truck Wreck Law. So any one of those ways they can get in touch with us, and hopefully we can help them out.
I want to thank you for your time today, and thank you for all the valuable information that you've provided us with. And it was great chatting with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Lucy.